Hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome in. Hopefully you all are doing well. So, before we begin, I want to make this very clear that this is for adults. I'm going to be very clear. This is for adults. It should be programmed this way, but just to inform you, there will be cussing, there will be alcohol, there will be uses of tobacco. Just to make this abundantly clear, because I'm going to be real with you this evening. I just got off of work, worked a 13-hour shift, and, you know, I don't usually come home and want to do this, right? Not that this is a bad thing, right? But I like to start off my mornings with this. And as you know, I did do a morning message for you guys this morning, right? So, with that being said, I've noticed a pattern in the energy. Loop back. But again, back to the disclaimers. As I said, there will be foul language, there will be use of alcohol, and there will be use of tobacco. So you have been forewarned. So if you're not supposed to be here, off you go. But I did just get off work. I would like to have a drink. I'd like to have a real talk with you guys, because that's what I'm here to do. So please be mindful. If this is not something that you're interested in, not something that you're really partaking in, by all means, you can skip this video, skip it for eternity, and then watch the usual program, right? But for the people who want to wind down with me this evening, whenever you see this, you know, it could be first thing in the morning, wanting, you know, I'm hearing reality check. Whatever the case may be, I just wanted to forewarn you. Okay? All right. What a week this has been. This has been something else, right? With the cards, with the spirit guides, with the energy that I'm getting. In fact, I've lit 2 candles right here. They're off screen, but they're over here. You can see the flames, yeah. Because I want to make sure that I'm not getting clouded energy. Not saying that I am, but, you know, I will be pulling cards this evening. I do have my dowsing rods. So I just want to hang out, right? I just want to hang out with you guys. I feel like I haven't done this in quite some time, and hanging out with you guys, you know, I enjoy hanging out with you guys. So, welcome in. I welcome your spirit guides. I welcome my spirit guides. You know, I welcome you to the fun, to the party. So, but no, this week, the energy has been really weird. I've noticed a pattern in the readings. I don't know if that was the intention from my spirit guides. And in fact, the best part about this is we can ask, right? We can ask. And that's what I plan on doing before I get into the cards, if my spirit guides will respond. Because last time I tried this, they weren't too terribly happy. So we'll ask for permission first, and go from there. So let me put that there. These are my dowsing rods, made of copper. I am the only hands to touch these. When I got these as a Christmas present, but the people who make these actually wear gloves when making them. And they put it in this lovely little pouch. Right? Love this pouch. And it actually, I was told when it was shipped, when I got these for Christmas, that my hands were the first hands to ever touch these. So I really love these. I love my sister for getting them for me. But let's see if we can get a spirit guide here. I know my metatet is usually around somewhere. Yes, it's usually around here somewhere. Hello, good evening. Do you want to talk with us this evening? Oh, you do. Okay. Okay. Um, so my question for the masses, and of course, for me, is the energy that I'm getting with the cards. Is this meant to be like this? Yes. Okay. For those of you who need help understanding, and spirit guides, if you would help me. So crossing them is yes, right? They just crossed. Separating them is no. Okay. Will you show me a maybe or a sometimes, or that's only half of it? It's when one moves. And I know it's hard to see because I'm holding them, this way. So when one moves over like this and the other one stays straight, that's sometimes, or it's only half the picture. Um, but it's nice. Thank you very much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Yes, thank you. Um, so there's a reason that this energy is coming through. Okay, perfect. Um, is it because as a collective we need to hear this? That's a small yes. Is it because I have a viewer here who needs those messages? Yes and no. Do we as a collective, and collective I mean me, do me and my viewers need to hear this? That's a bigger yes. Okay. So I'm experiencing some of the same things you guys are. I'm human. Yes, thank you. I'm human, which means I'm also right there along with the journey of you guys. I love the fact that I am not excluded from this. There are some tarot readers out there who I've watched, who make it seem like everything is hunky dory in their lives. I don't like that. It makes it feel less real. Um, which again, I don't like that. So this evening, spirit guides, if you're still with me, yes, thank you. Um, I want to use the cards to get a better understanding of this, or to get a message that is coming through that will help not only me, but my collective. Will you help me with that? I guess that was kind of word vomit. They're like, what? Um, if I use the cards this evening, would you help me paint a clear picture? Silence. Okay. Does it require everyone's spirit guides? That's a small yes, and it's a yes and a no. I gotta adjust my hands here. Does the energy need cleansed and cleared? Silence. Did I lose you, spirit guides? Silence. Huh. Okay, new question. Are you not answering me because I have the answers? Here, I'm going to straighten this out for the camera. Are you not answering me because the cards are going to give me the answers anyway? My hands hurt. I haven't used these in a hot minute. I'm hearing uncross your ankles. I do have my ankles crossed. Are the cards going to give me the answers? That is a yes. All right. Well, thank you very much. I know that last part was kind of rocky. I don't use these very often. I mean, I do sometimes, but not as often as I should, because I'm afraid of what my spirit guides are going to say. Yes, thank you. Thank you for airing out the dirty laundry. It said we could do more, but anyway. So thank you, spirit guides. one final question before you go. When I invite other people's spirit guides in, do you talk to them? Yes. Thank you. All right. Well, we're going to put these away. Thank you, spirit guides. I usually wait for them to say yes back. Perfect. Thank you, and we will talk some other time. I don't think anybody's home. It should just be me. All right. Well, collectively, we're going to get through this. Oh my God, that satchel. This looks like pure on black the way I was holding it. Looks like space. Anyway. That's just a little bit of the dowsing rods. You know, I don't use them very often on the channel. I would like to, but my spirit guides have a mind of their own sometimes. So, I'm going to pull these a little bit differently than what I would normally. And I know I say that a lot, but, you know, energy is fluid. I try to do things a little bit differently. So as always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you're here, again, I hope you have a relaxing time. Hopefully you have a drink with you if you partake in the drinking. I don't really drink to get drunk. That's not me. It fucks with the vibration. But I just wanted something to unwind. I just wanted to unwind with you guys. So I'm going to pull these a tad bit differently than what I would normally. I'm seeing a particular way in my mind, so we're going to go with that. 2 more. All right, you got it. 1. 2. All right, where are we going? What are we doing? So I'm going to lay out the center card like normal. I'm going to get 2 for the past and 2 for the future. Okay? Underneath we have no place like home. Okay. 2 for the past. We have imagine in your immediate past. And then for your far past, we have here and now. That's interesting. Future, we have serendipity. And the far future, we have breathe. So now we're getting into a little different energy. And the funny part about this is when I pulled the here and now, I feel like this is our starting point. Okay? And I know I said that the center card is going to be the present energy. I actually feel like this is the next milestone. No place like home. And then the next official milestone is going to be breathe. With the 2 middle cards being imagine and serendipity. So this past week, in fact, I feel like we've been talking about this for a while now. I'm going to slide these, more like this. Perfect. I feel like for the past few weeks, we've been talking about being in the present moment. And there's nothing wrong with being in the present moment. It definitely helps ground the energy. But too much of being in the present moment, this is what, we don't tell you, is too much of being in the present moment actually hinders some of your vibration, some of your manifestation. Yes, being in the present moment and shifting into that gratitude, is a wonderful, wonderful, shifting of gears. Oh, look at that. There's Treasure Island. I'm getting to that. But if you don't imagine, if you don't let, your imagination run, if you can't see something clearly in your mind, it hinders the manifestation, right? So being able to imagine, I just had the weirdest sense of deja vu, being able to imagine what it is that you want and tapping into that higher vibration at the same time, it makes manifesting a lot more difficult. People with an active imagination, especially like kids are wonderful manifestors. Oh my God. But as we grow up, we are conditioned to be more practical instead of dealing with our imagination. And that hinders, the way we manifest. Unless you can control your vibration and really see what you want very clearly, right? And then, align with that and move towards it. But I feel like it's definitely hindering some manifestation aspects of us, right? So just be mindful when you're being in the present moment. Don't ground yourself there, okay? Because life is a journey, and it's not one fixed point or destination. So don't... What are you? You're trying to come out. What are you? Yeah. Versatility. Absolutely. I'm going to put that right there at the top. You really kind of need to give yourself different tools, right? Play around with it. This is play. Then we shift into the no place like home. What makes you feel centered? What makes you feel safe? Secure? What does home look like to you? What does it smell like? What does it feel like? Who's there? These are things to think about, right? And I'm breaking these down, but as a bigger picture, I feel like some of these are the steps on how we're going to get through this energy. And I feel like no place like home, I've got the wicked going through my mind. Sometimes we have to fight for things, right? We have to fight for what we believe in. And this week has kind of felt like an uphill battle. These past few weeks have felt like an uphill battle. You're not alone. You're not alone. But with the heavy comes the light. And then we have serendipity. And I feel like that's where luck comes in. That's where I almost feel like a calm energy comes in. But it comes from finding your center, finding your focus, finding a balance in this crazy energy. And don't forget to breathe while you're doing it. Don't forget to relax. Don't forget to take things as they come. That's what being in the present moment really is really looking around and assessing what you have, having gratitude for it for coming this far. And then also giving yourself the ability to breathe and to handle things that are coming at you one at a time, right? And to have grace and gratitude for the things of the past. It is kind of like a balancing act. Underneath we have higher perspection. Absolutely. And that's what we're gaining from all of this. We have the Weaver for the past. Yep, Imagine and Weaver. Then we have the Explorer with the here and now. Absolutely. It's got the mind, it's got the third eye, and the heart. It's a balancing act here. We have two hands. Where future energy, immediate future, is movement. And the farthest future is reflect. Well, that falls right under breathe. This energy is trying to get us into a balance that we are unfamiliar with. Because the old way, of manifesting is get into alignment and then work towards that while staying in alignment, which, I'm not telling you is wrong, but, we evolve, energy evolves, and having that balance, that grace and gratitude, but also taking the growing pains is important. And I feel like that is the key. That is the takeaway from this energy from this past week. I know that I have been, focused on you guys and trying to get you guys through this. But to be honest with you, I feel like all of us are kind of missing the bigger picture. Myself included. I'm not perfect. I like to think I am. But I am not perfect by any means. And it's okay to not be perfect. Diamonds, normal diamonds, not lab created. I'm not saying that lab created diamonds are not real. Please don't go after your fiancés or me in the comments. But, even diamonds have their flaws. You're allowed to be a diamond with a flaw. And so what the lower part is reflecting back to me is with the here and now, don't forget to explore. Don't forget to explore your mind and your heart in that present moment. Imagine and weaver. Bring your mind and your heart, the physical and the emotional, the 3D and the 5D together. Weave these energies together. No place like home with higher perspective. You know, being home and being safe allows people to reflect, right? And we do have reflect here, but this is different. You know, the higher perspective comes after the reflect, right? And I feel like, you know, this past week, I've been trying to cut you guys to the quick. I've been trying to get you guys to that higher perspective without allowing you time to reflect. And that's my bad. I'll say it. It's my bad. My job here is to help you guys to be a torch in the darkness, to be a lighthouse, to be that guiding star, that focal point for you. Even sometimes tarot readers get it wrong. So I'm going to apologize for trying to cut us to the quick. I don't want to cut us to the quick. I want you to really take time and really go inside of your mind and of your heart and figure out those pieces. I was talking about the small piece. Was that today? I think that was today. Again, it was 14 hours ago, so I do apologize. My brain does not remember these messages. After this, when this is done, my brain won't remember it. And the reason why is because I'm channeling energy. I'm not remembering all this. There's no speech anywhere. I'm going by what the cards tell me. And so I don't remember. I'm sorry. But, you know, one small piece, I feel like that was really important. Because I feel like that small piece is a domino, right? And I feel like these dominoes, you know, need to be knocked over. But we have to find the starting point. I don't feel like we can cut to the quick. What? I was literally going to do that myself. So I will wait. Sorry. Roommate, trying to plan dinner. We're just going to do pizza. Anyway, but now we have serendipity and movement. Right? And I feel like the movement comes with the serendipity. Okay? I feel like now as we move forward, these energies start to merge together into one energy, into one timeline, as I would call it, because I'm no longer seeing two split or 3 or 4 different split ways. It's all starting to come together. That's crunk. Oh yeah, it's all starting to come together. Anyway, don't mind me, I'm sorry. But I feel like movement here is going to happen, but I feel like we have to shed our skins first. We have to shed the old. And that has also been scattered throughout this past week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I feel like this started around eclipse season, which has been a pain. That blood red moon, whoo buddy. But I feel like that's what's being required of us, to shed our skin but not lose who we are. And that's when we get to breathe and reflect. I'm getting, you know, a bunch of different things right now. It's a lot. It's a lot for a tarot reader to move through all of this energy. I'm not saying that I won't, because I'll do it for you guys because I care. But it's a lot. So I'm actually, I'm not going to use these. I feel like these are stuck right now. I also feel as though the energy is starting to fall asleep on me, which, as those of you who know, who've been with me on this channel for quite some time, sometimes my tarot cards fall asleep. And underneath here, the other thing that I just now noticed, come here, Underneath this one is the Magician, right? That's the transformation. That's what these cards have been trying to tell us for the past week. I've had these cards on me for a week. I haven't used these in over a week. And what's underneath here is the Nine of Swords. That's the stress, along with the Eight of Pentacles. More work needs to be done in this aspect, okay? In this aspect. So I give these one... I think that was the Moon. What are you? Haha, it is the Moon. The Moon and the Three of Pentacles. I feel like our intuitions are trying to bring things together, or trying to build things, you know, for us, but we're just not getting it. We're just not getting it. Trying to shuffle these up as best I can. I trust in these cards. I trust these cards. I trust these cards. I trust my spirit guides. I trust your spirit guides. They're going to give us the messages that we need, and they're going to deliver it in a way that will help us understand. Where are we going? Underneath, we have the Nine of Pentacles. This has been loud this week. This was loud today. Nine of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, 9 plus 1 is the 10 of Pentacles. 8 of Wands, and the King of Wands, who's holding one wand. And the 8 and 1 gives us 9 of Wands. That's healing. I feel like it's been trying to piece all of this together this week. 3 of Pentacles. Hello, Tub Tub. Come on, come see the people. Hi. Yeah, come on, come see the people. Hello, handsome boy. You all remember Tub Tub. For those of you who are new here, this is my familiar. This is also my baby. 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, that was earlier this week. 10 of Wands, Hermit. Yeah. And there's the 9 of Wands. See, now I feel like we're getting somewhere. Justice. Fool. 5 of Cups. So this week, oh, there's the Sun underneath. This week I've been trying to move us forward, right, as a collective. But not everyone is on the same level, right? Again, that's one of my flaws as a tarot reader, is I struggle with being on different vibrations when I'm not in the moment. Most times my vibration is a high vibration, and people on a lower vibration have a hard time connecting with that high vibration. That's what the cards are telling me, personally. But what it's telling me to tell you is that everyone has different work to do, but the fundamental parts still look the same. 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. Things are trying to come together. I wish I could show you what I just saw, but I can't. 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. Things are trying to come together. 3 of Pentacles. They're, you know, we're building something new, right? But the 8 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles tell me that the work that is required of us right now, we're unyielding. We don't want to let things go. And I feel like it's more of a feeling, at least for me. For you guys, it could be, you know, more than just a feeling. It could be a memory or memories. It could be a job. It could be a person. But whatever it is personal to you. Okay? Something that we're holding on to. It's very interesting because I don't usually see it like this. There's the 3 of Pentacles, right? Something is built. Okay? Here's the 4 of Pentacles. There's still a building here in the back. But we haven't moved from that spot. So it could be something that we've built with another person or built around us, you know, on our own, that we are unwilling to let go of for whatever reason. Everyone has their own reasons. That's okay. I'm not going to try and pull the cards to tell me, oh, what are your reasons? You have your reasons. I have my reasons. That doesn't, however, negate the fact that work still needs to be done. And I know. I can already feel some of the resistance from someone. That, oh, well, you know, I'm not moving from this spot. I have decided that, you know, this is, you know, the hill I'm going to die on, right? Okay, fine. Let that be the hill you die on. That is your choice. That's your choice. My job is to show that there are other paths. What you do with that information is entirely up to you. And for whatever personal reason you have with this, it's all you, right? But for those of us ready to cycle out of this energy, there is work that needs to be done. And I do feel like it is healing work. I do. I do feel like it is some sort of healing. I feel like it is... It's not shadow work. I feel like it's kind of a dark night of the soul. And I don't use that phrase very often. I don't. I try to avoid all of the big, glorious words that tarot readers use. I try to avoid it. Because I don't want to bait you guys. Like, that's not who I am. I don't want to bait you guys. Oh, he's talking about my soulmate. Or, oh, you know, shadow work, or dark night of the soul, or soulmates, twin flames. I don't like using those. That's just me personally. Other people do use them. I don't like to. Because my main focus isn't really those things. It's you guys. But this definitely feels like a dark night of the soul energy where I'm seeing the purge in my mind. It's going to get fucking messy. All right? That's what's... It's going to get fucking messy. But on the other side of this mess is a release. Is a 10 of Wands, Hermit, and 9 of Wands. Is a release. It's moving forward. Notice how the 10 of Wands is moving right towards the Hermit. I feel like within this dark night of the soul, within this energy that we are unwilling to let go of, as I said this week, there is a nugget here. There is something here buried underneath the trauma, the pain, the memories. Whatever it is, there's something here that needs a light shined onto it. Then and only then do we get to heal. That we get to move forward. That we finally get to release ourselves from the prison that we put ourselves in. It's healing. The next step is justice and the Fool. A balance. Walking a tightrope. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy. It's a balancing act. Like I said at the very beginning of this, it's a reflection, it's a balancing act. But on the other side of this is a new beginning. This new beginning happens because you are willing to walk across this tightrope. With that being said, oof, hold that thought. Watch, I'm going to hit play. And then like 10 seconds, my roommate's going to come through the basement door. I'm going to have to pause this again. Wait for it. But at the end of this is the 5 of Cups. It's dealing with situations that may not feel good. that you remember, and it brings about a sense of sadness. Maybe for a situation that you lost, a person you lost. Whatever it is, it feels like this. It feels sad. It doesn't feel good. It's like you lost a part of yourself through this transition. Shedding your skin and moving forward is not easy. It's not. It's not easy. Does it get easier? With time. But still doesn't make it any less painful. Told you. But it feels like not regret. I mean, it could be regret for some of you. For others of you, it could be remorse. And it could also be sadness. Or a longing. Gojira. He's gonna chug it. Hi, Goj. Hi, handsome. But that's what's on the other side of this. I feel like we got through a lot of the nitty-gritty. You've got to be shitting me, right? Really? The magician. The magician. Now I feel as though we have come full circle here. And there's death and rebirth underneath. Yeah. Now I feel like we have come full circle. Now I feel like we have gotten the bigger picture. But my spirit guides are yelling at me because this is not a 5-step program. You guys are going to take this at your own pace. For those of you unwilling to let go, for those of you hesitant to let go, for those of you who are ready to get the fuck out of Dodge. It's not a one-size-fits-all. Tarot usually never is. It's about taking what resonates with you and, you know, leaving what doesn't. That's why I say that at the beginning of these videos. But you have to do what you feel is best. My job is just a guidance. It's just a light. I know I have helped many of you on this channel. Many of you. And I will continue to do so. But I want you to know that the energy that we're in is not a 5-step program. It's not a one-size-fits-all. You know, it's not, you know, an energy that can just be kind of swept away or moved through. I feel like this energy that we are in right now is going to impact us moving forward. So please take the time to explore everything. Your mind, your emotions, the 3D, the 5D. Sit with your spirit guides. Find systems that work and remove the systems that don't. But really take the time to sit with yourself. Because I feel like then and only then will we be able to move forward. And I'm not talking as if I'm stuck in this energy in a way that, oh, the cards are only going to pull this. No. What I mean by that is that, you know, my cards are going to give me whatever message comes through. Luckily, my spirit guides and my spirit team and I have a wonderful understanding. And if this is where you choose to stay, that's fine. But I want you to know that in this moment, my spirit guides, your spirit guides me. We are touching base with this energy. You are not alone in this moment. And it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to not know what comes next. Because even I don't know what comes next. Even with the talents I have. And that's okay. Because we take the moments as they come. My ears are ringing. Doing nothing but ring. We will get through this together. Me and you. And our spirit guides. We'll get through this. One step, one day, one tarot reading, and one moment at a time. But don't think that you have to forever be stuck here. Alright? I'm not going to call out zodiac signs because this is for everyone. This is for everyone. This is some really serious, heavy energy we have. So don't lose faith. Don't lose focus. And again, if this is where you choose to sit and stay on this path, okay. My job's not to force. My job is to guide. But just know that even if you choose to sit in this energy, from now until whenever, I'll still be here, giving the messages that I do, because it's who I am. You will always be able to find my light. Okay? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I have for you. We're actually pushing 43 minutes, 44 minutes. We've been doing this for 45 minutes. And I think it's time that I leave you to reflect. This was wonderful. Sitting here with you in a relaxed environment. You know, no expectations. Nobody wanting anything from us other than just being here. So, you guys have been wonderful. Your spirit guides have been wonderful. And I want you to know that you are capable of great things, of many great things, even when you don't feel so great. Okay? All right. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, I will see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves and be safe. Bye for now.